Message to all our viewers before we get started on today's video. It has come to our attention that over 90% of our regular viewers are not subscribed to the channel. We request you to please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can be notified when the next video from Mythology is out. The bigger the channel gets, the better the quality of videos that we do for you also gets. So please help us make some amazing videos by supporting the channel and clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Now over to the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythlook with your host Nitin Nair. In our last episode we looked at Ninurta, the god of agriculture in Sumerian mythology, and we thought let's stick around to the same area and maybe move a little south to the Mediterranean where we have the glorious world of Roman mythology. And let's look at one of those characters who has an equal importance both in the Roman and in the Greek scheme of things. This is Mercury, or the messenger god. In Roman mythology, Mercury is regarded as the god of merchants and shopkeepers, as well as travelers and tricksters. He is often associated with the Greek messenger god Hermes. A wily trickster, he was known for being able to communicate effectively. Apart from being the god of commerce, Mercury was also responsible for sending souls to the underworld. He was also a patron of the merchants and thieves and was able to control the flow of information. Like the Greek god Hermes, Mercury was known for challenging the physical and moral boundaries of others. In Roman mythology, he was the only god that could freely cross the underworld. Although Mercury didn't join the Roman pantheon until the 3rd century BCE, he eventually became a prominent figure in the mythology. Because of his likeness to the other gods, such as those depicted in European and Mediterranean cultures, he was easily assimilated into the various cultures that were under the Romans. The god is often depicted with carrying a caduceus, a wand that can be used to resolve conflicts, and winged sandals that helped carry messages for the gods. In Greek mythology, the wand was given to him by Apollo. He was also known for wearing a wide-brimmed hat and carrying a purse, which symbolized his duties as the god of commerce. Although he was usually depicted in a naked form, Mercury was sometimes seen wearing a cloak and tunic. He wore winged shoes and a winged helm that was made by the god of fire and forge, known as Vulcan. This winged helm eventually became associated with the messenger god. Mercury was a child of Jupiter, who was the king of gods, and Maya, who was one of the daughters of Atlas. Although he was the only child of this union, he had many half-siblings such as Minerva, the goddess of wisdom, and the gods of fire and forge such as the aforementioned Vulcan. The daughter of another planet, Proserpina, was abducted by Pluto and later recovered. According to Fasti, Mercury and his consort Larunda had 2 children, the Lares, who were named after the gods of crossroads. Like their father, the Lares were entrusted with the crossroads and its well-being. Like Hermes, Mercury was known for having other lovers. When he had an affair with Venus, he created an androgynous child called Hermaphroditos. Later on, he would merge with his lover, resulting in a single entity with both female and male genitalia. Mercury is known to the Romans as Mercurius and occasionally in earlier writing as Mercurios, Mercurios, and Mercurius. He had a number of epithets representing different aspects or roles, or representing syncretisms with non-Roman deities. Mercury was the Roman god of commerce who was known for being able to mediate between the gods and the mortal world. He protected both the merchants and the people who were involved in circulation. His winged feet made him extremely fast, and he was known for being able to carry messages and goods with him. Merchants sought the protection of their goods from Mercury, who was known for being a shrewd and cunning god. He was also known for pulling pranks on people such as Apollo. Some believe that he was of foreign origin, as he is often associated with Hermes. Compared to other gods, Mercury has a relatively active presence in popular culture. He is known for being the fastest planet in the solar system and for being able to orbit around the Sun much quicker than the others. He also lent his name to NASA's first manned space program, which involved sending a man into orbit around the Earth. The chemical element mercury, which is also known as quicksilver, was named after the messenger god. It can transition into other compounds, and it was commonly used in mining for silver and gold. In addition to being associated with Mercury cars, the name also resonated in other areas such as music. In 1938, Ford Motor Company dedicated an entire division to the brand's Mercury line. The first logo of the company featured the profile image of the god wearing his winged helm. In the DC Comics universe, the character known as the Flash was known for having a connection with Mercury. He wore a red costume and his helmet featured small wings on his forehead, which was a symbol of the messenger god. With Greek and Roman mythology, it becomes very difficult to differentiate which god belonged to which mythology because there are too many similarities between the two. However, despite having all these similarities, both Roman and Greek mythologies have their unique differences, which we will discuss in the coming episodes when we cover a lot more of the Greek and Roman characters. In fact, we will be comparing Greek and Roman characters going forward in different episodes in this journey that we are in together. Until then, give us a like and a subscribe, or drop in a comment or some feedback. Let your friends know about Mythlogue, and most of all, keep listening and keep coming back. And thank you very much for all the support that you have been giving us throughout the past 1 year. This is your host Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlogue is the home of mythology.